Just in 2 months, in July and August, manufacturers are releasing 14 new bowling balls to the market. Isn't it too much bowling balls on the shelf right now? What is going on?
And the simplest way to do it is to create a new bowling ball. Maybe not necessarily a new bowling ball, but
Slightly different
take an older one, adjust it, change the cover, maybe change the core or something else, or maybe just colors. If you are, for example, a sneakerhead, so it makes sense, you just want to collect it just because it's there, it's something new, something different, it's maybe limited edition, so you pay more money to get that ball.
Like a month ago, they released a bowling ball, Super CUDA Power Core Pearl. So they just add a super. Guys, just a heads up before we start. This show is not about expert opinions. This show is purely about entertainment. We might choose controversial topics, provoke, make a joke or two about ourselves or other players. Sometimes we will say things just to start the conversation. What you hear isn't always about our personal opinion. We're just voicing what people might be thinking, but just scared to say out loud. And if you enjoy this kind of bowling content, please subscribe to our channel. That's the only thing that we ask, and it really helps us to improve our content to you. So thank you so much. Karolis, I wanted to talk with you about bowling balls this time. Just in 2 months, in July and August, manufacturers are releasing 14 new bowling balls to the market. I know it's vacation time, I know it's summer, I know all that, but isn't it too much bowling balls on the shelf right now? What is going on?
I think it's an issue that, it's been talked about. Many YouTubers created different videos on it. I saw some content on social media platforms about the bowling ball situation, and I think it's one of the topics that is also kind of controversial, as well as many other topics in bowling, but this one definitely receives some different opinions, and the main idea here is just in general the amount of bowling balls that we have currently in the market, and constantly new bowling balls are being rolled out. And as you said, these past months and upcoming months, August as well, we have so many different bowling balls. It was I don't remember, was it June, or I think it was June or July, when Brunswick and Brunswick brands announced so many different bowling balls. It was insane. I mean,
I counted them. It's in July and August itself. Okay, August is not there yet, but they already announced what bowling balls will be released in August because it's summertime, so offices are, empty. But I counted 14 different bowling balls.
Yeah,
across all manufacturers. It's fine, it's a lot of them, but Storm is releasing like 2 or 4 bowling balls. In the meantime, Brunswick is responding with the same amount of bowling balls from their line. Motive is not in the competition because it's a smaller one, but they are releasing 1 or 2 bowling balls as well. So there's a lot of different bowling balls, but are they so different? You see, the point is that in the past, we had not that many bowling balls in the market, and a lot of bowlers had 5-6 different bowling balls across the year. They are using the same bowling balls all the time, and it's working for them. But I don't know, something changed in the market that people are forced to buy so many different bowling balls each month to just keep up with the market pace. So just to start a discussion, maybe we can talk, why is that happening from the manufacturer's perspective? Why are they releasing so many bowling balls?
From the business side, I think it's fairly simple, and everyone understands this. For the manufacturer to keep their business alive and to keep new revenue coming in every month, every day, and every week, the best way to do it is, and the simplest way to do it is to create a new bowling ball. Maybe not necessarily a new bowling ball, but
Slightly different
Take an
from
older one, adjust it, change a cover, maybe change the core or something else, or maybe just colors. We have examples like that as well.
Identity.
Yeah, so I didn't want to name it, but yes, identity is like the same color. And I saw one comment about this ball as well. Like if you are, for example, a sneakerhead, so it makes sense. You just want to collect it just because it's there. It's something new, something different. It's maybe limited edition, so you pay more money to get that ball. Well, you could say this one is a collection item. But other balls, I'm not saying that there are no good bowling balls that are coming in, nothing new and so on. But there are definitely a lot of bowling balls that are just slightly different from their predecessors or just from other balls that we currently have in the market. So in that sense, for a manufacturer, for business perspective, that if you release a new bowling ball, it's easy to market. There are always people who just want to have the shiny thing, to have the newest equipment, and they will buy it. So that's the easiest way to just generate additional income and keep it coming. Plus, from the marketing perspective, you release a new bowling ball, you distribute it to your staffers, they create content with it, it's easy marketing. So in that sense, it makes sense. But is it really good for the sport, and is it really good for the players and for bowling? Well, that's debatable.
Yeah, but it's a question how much harm it can do, like new bowling ball. What difference does it make? I think if you don't want to buy a new bowling ball, fine, don't buy it. But I was just thinking maybe the new bowling balls that that situation that we are currently in, that we use a lot of reactive resin bowling balls, their life expectancy is much more shorter than urethane or plastic bowling balls that we had like 40 or 50 years ago that were dominating the sport. We have lower density bowling balls right now, so all the cover stock is, having much more, touches the lane more and interacts with the lane more, so we don't have that much life expectancy from the bowling ball. So we need to change them like every month or two, if you're bowling that much.
Yeah, of course.
But is it really good for the beginners? Because, we need to attract new people to the sport. And when you're starting and you see all those shelves full of bowling balls, different ones, from the first thing, you don't know why are there so many bowling balls in the first place. What do they do? What is the urethane bowling ball? What is reactive resin bowling ball? What is pearl? What is, there's a lot of different bowling balls. And when you see that many of them, it's even harder to choose. And what's the difference between them? And it's really hard to explain to the players, like, what do you actually need?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest harm that this is doing, is just creating this confusion with so many balls in the market, with so many balls coming in. It's very difficult to understand what you actually need. If you are just starting out, if you are just casual league bowler, you don't need 10, 15 different balls for every lane condition and whatever. You just need a reliable ball, maybe a few different options to have in your arsenal that you will play, and you can utilize those balls on different conditions. But you need to understand what you need to get, how to build that arsenal. And with having 200 plus or whatever bowling balls in the market, it's just, if you don't sit down and do your research for many hours, you just don't know. It's very difficult. So that's the biggest harm, is just giving that confusion, anxiety for a person. As you said, you come to the pro shop, you don't understand what's on the lane. You don't know how to explain it to your pro shop guy. What do you exactly need? So he just starts off with some questions, but still, to hit the mark and get a perfect ball for you, it's a fairly difficult task. So I think This is the biggest harm that we have right now, and if you look at it from a bit different perspective, I'm just thinking about my personal experiences and how I chose my bowling balls and whatever. It doesn't matter how many bowling balls are in the market, how many bowling balls are released, like the new ones. Of course, when you look at all the commercials and ads, and different beautiful pictures, and
they all
you check maybe some reviews on YouTube, and you think, damn, this ball might be very good for me. But you then turn on another review of another ball. Well, maybe this one is. They all strike. They all do similar things that I see. You check the spec sheets. They are similar. So, in my case, what I always did, and I think there are many people like me, that you just turn to the classics. You turn to the balls that that are been there for years. Everybody is using them. They have, like PBA pros, have many different titles with those balls, and it's just the staple of one bowling ball brand or another. So for me, it was. I remember I was picking. I needed a urethane, so I went at that time to Storm's Pitch Black because everyone was using it, and I know that for many years it was used, and everyone was very happy about it. I saw it in other players that I played with that ball, and I heard many good things about it, and it was a staple, that bowling ball. For that, you choose high roads, you choose phase 2. There are just bowling balls that.
It's funny that you're mentioning only the Storm bowling balls.
Well, I don't know if I have any other brand, but I have some. Actually, I started with I think just to prove my point. I didn't buy new bowling balls that often. I started my first bowling balls. I got Ebonite Cyclone, and for a spare I got Ebonites Maxim, and those two balls I bowled with them. I still have those two balls. For the spare, I think I still use the same ball. I mean, it's just I don't see the reason to change it because
if it's not cracking
it's not
open.
cracked. It works. I can shoot it straight. Great. And sometimes, Cyclone maybe not that much because it's been how many years? I don't know, 8, 10 years when this ball is in play, so it doesn't have that much reaction anymore. But still, on some conditions, when nothing else works, maybe I should try this one. And it's still striking. It's still a working bowling ball.
So maybe the new bowling balls are meant for, I don't know, professional players. Well, when I say professional players, I mean those who are constantly on tour, no matter where. It can be US, it can be Asia, Europe, you name it. But maybe it's created especially, just thinking about them, not those general public, but to the pros. I mean, there are universal truths in bowling. If you want to build a bowling ball arsenal, no matter what it is, free ball, 6 ball, doesn't matter. There are some rules how to make it. So which ball is better than other doesn't really, make sense that
it depends on conditions.
You just can pick one that looks prettier to you, which I don't know, your friends has, and you see that he's striking. You can put that into your bowling ball bag, and it's totally fine. You just don't need 6 same bowling balls with the different colors. That's it.
From different brands, you buy from each brand. You buy similar bowling balls. You just have different colors.
But I'm just thinking maybe
what's the point?
All those balls are needed for the pros, not just for to bowl well, because I think that they can bowl well with the house balls as well. But just to keep in the business, because you sign a contract with a player and he's your, let's say, staffer. Okay, you need to give them something to review, to bowl with, to just to show your brand. So maybe maybe that can be a case.
Well, I guess professional bowlers, like people playing in PBA, or they obviously play on much more difficult lane conditions. They have to adapt, and every little change matters to them. For me, when I play on a house shot, I mean, I can play with the Cyclone that I have for 8 or 10 years. It's fine. For them, that wouldn't fly, you know. So, of course, they need much bigger amount of bowling balls that a regular league player. It keeps repeating. You release a new bowling ball for certain conditions, right? So you want to tell me that out of those X amount of bowling balls that you have currently, there is no bowling ball that would do the same thing as this one? I doubt it, because pros can always adjust the surfaces, you know, they can experiment with different layouts, you know, and find the best conditions for them to play in. And I think it also not necessarily true with all bowling balls, because if you really look at professional bowlers, yes, when a new bowling ball released, somehow, some way, every bowler then bowls with that one. But as the time goes by, you know, you see that they came back to the bowling ball that they used to bowl in all the other tournaments. And I think a great example, I'm just thinking about the professionals and how many balls are they using. I think a great example here is Jesper Svensson. And you see him winning titles on different patterns, different conditions in different countries with the same Storm IQ 78U. It's just that red bowling ball is his, and he can do whatever he wants with it. It
just proves my point that
he gets two bowling balls, the same bowling balls with two different drillings, and let's go.
That just proves my point that manufacturer is creating a bowling ball for the pros.
Sure.
They need a ball to, you know, specifically fit to the player.
Yeah, but I don't know if all those gremlins and whatever,
I'm just kidding.
Are they really...
But they look... Gremlins looks good. You know, you have brilliant colors, you have a nice logo, you have shiny ball, it sells. I mean, if I had spare 200 euros right now, I would buy that ball, but I don't have it. So, and I don't need it, because I have another bowling ball that does the same job in my arsenal. So, you know, you just have to, well, have a common sense when you're building your bowling balls. You don't have to have the same ball for, like, just because you can have different colors. It doesn't ring a bell for me, but...
no, for different people, I guess it's different, you know, they want to have the newest ball.
Of course, if you have...
It's fine.
If
you want to do it, but I don't think that many league bowlers, they change and buy new bowling balls like, once a year, twice. It's just... not needed. Nobody has, not nobody, but a lot of people don't have the budget for it, because bowling balls cost a lot of money.
Yes.
Plus, you know, ball itself, the drilling, you know, and if you don't have the expense, you will not buy it. But with new bowling ball constantly being released, you know, you kind of, some people might feel the pressure, you know, that you have to buy it.
Your competitors have new bowling balls, so I need that. Yeah.
So that's also a bit of a harmful thing that we have right now. It's like the new bowling balls and so many bowling balls creates that first, like, confusion with so many balls, and you just don't understand what they do and how they are different. Another one, you know, is just like a pressure for you to buy a new shiny thing, and everybody throws it and you have to get it. And yeah, so it's... I don't say that it's totally, like, it's just bad that all those bowling balls are released, but it definitely has a big downside to it.
I'm just trying to say that people must have common sense when choosing bowling balls, because manufacturers sometimes do things that you have to put into consideration, because, well, it's their job to release a new bowling ball, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a new one. For instance, Columbia 300 released a bowling ball back in 2023 called CUDA Power Core Pearl. And
I just love those names, the bowling balls names. Oh my
and
God.
in 2025, like a month ago, they released a bowling ball Super CUDA Power Core Pearl. So they just add a super to the name, and it's fine if it's just the name, but it's both symmetric, both have the same RG and differential, both have the same cover stock, same core, just different colors and different name.
Super.
And imagine a guy who doesn't really know
Let me try to repeat this name. Super CUDA Power Nova? Pearl?
Power Core Pearl.
Oh my God.
So imagine a guy who doesn't necessarily know what's RG, differential, all those technical stuff about bowling, because it creates the difference here.
And they all hook better than the one before. Maximum hook. This ball hooks like crazy.
and you
oh
have
my God, this is groundbreaking hook. So which one hooks? I don't understand anymore.
You have that beautiful skid flip motion.
Skid flip motion AI core. What the hell anything of that means?
That's the main idea of today's topic. You just have to read what the spec sheet is telling you, because if you have the same bowling ball in your backpack, in your bowling bag, you don't have to buy another ball that does the same job for you. You don't need it, but it's nice to have different colors.
Yeah,
different options.
Yeah, and I guess it's just, as you said, the main topic here, and I think the main takeaway is to urge people to not give in to some of the marketing tricks, and read before you buy, watch lots of reviews of those bowling balls, although I know they can be confusing, because they are also sort of doing the same thing. This ball hooks more. And this ball now hooks even more. So just do your research, and we have a lot of articles and reviews on our website, bowlinglife.eu, where you can also read reviews and compare different balls with each other, and see which one fits best, and the conditions that you actually play. That's very important. If you are playing on a house shot, or maybe that urethane is not necessarily that important to you. Maybe you have to buy a high road or something.
Or maybe you don't have to have 6 different bowling balls to play on a house shot.
Maybe doing the same thing.
Just need 3.
Yeah, maybe consider that drilling might not be right for you if the ball that you bought should work in theory, but it doesn't. So sometimes it's just drilling that is not okay.
Measure your PAP or something.
For example, for me, Purple Hammer it's the insane bowling ball that everyone talks about and wins a lot of tournaments. I got this ball from another person. It was already drilled, I think. So I just changed grips, and it was completely. I didn't understand where the hype is coming from, because it did not work for me. It did not hook for me the same way that
because it wasn't drilled for you.
It was drilled for another person. Although that person had a thumb hole, so I had to plug that in. But still, I'm just saying that it's not the ball. It's either me as a bowler who is trash, or the drilling is not okay, not right for you, or not right for the conditions. So that's also something that you should think about it.
Yeah, bowling is very complex, and you have to take into consideration a lot of technical stuff before buying a bowling ball. So yeah, just the main takeaway, guys, think with your heads, read a lot, watch different videos and stuff, just, have a critical mind. Yeah. And with that said, I think it's enough. So thank you for watching, and
subscribe to our channel, like this video, stay
And buy
tuned.
another bowling ball.
Yeah, buy another bowling ball and stay tuned
And
for
be
the next
better.
episodes. Keep on, try.